I brought back Maria Wendt to talk about how anyone can start an online business for just $5 a day. I've also got my co-host Brian Davila joining me on this. Maria, it's good to see you again.
Thanks so much for having me. It's so good to be back here and with you too, Brian. I'm excited.
I know. He was grilling you in the hall about
he's got all my numbers now.
You guys just had your first ever $1 million month.
Yeah.
All these crazy things. And we're going to get into that. But I think so many people loved the idea from our last podcast about low ticket and only needing 100 followers to get into an online business. And then we were just talking we didn't really go into ads too much, but you could just run ads for $5 a day and have success.
Yeah, I think that people don't realize how if you're just getting started, you should still be running ads, and you can start with a budget of $5. That's like a coffee, right? The cup of coffee every single day. And you take that first initial $5. A lot of my students who do it well and do it correctly, will get their sale in the first 24 to 48 hours. So that little $5 that they spent turns into their first sale of their product. And I think that the morale that comes from that first sale so quickly is something you don't get in the organic marketing space, right? It usually takes a long time to build an audience and you got to get traffic. And so I think the things that I wish people realize is A, you can run ads and you should be doing ads a lot sooner than you think. And B, you can get started running ads really, really inexpensively, $5 every single day. It's not like thousands and thousands of dollars, and it gets you sales, it gets you traffic so much faster. And then I would say the other thing is Facebook and Meta advertising has never been more simple. It's never been more easy. You remember how we all used to boost posts back in the day? Mm-hmm. That's what it's like to run proper ads now. It's not hard. It's literally like boosting a post, but instead of getting arbitrary vanity metrics like more followers or more likes on your post, you actually get sales from these simple ads. And so, yeah, I think people should be advertising a lot faster than they are.
Yeah. I know, Brian and I, when we started working with our On Wealthy Investor together, we did it the opposite. I built an organic following and that was all we relied on. Yeah. You were just managing the sales team, trying to dig through DMs and organic and all this stuff. And we didn't start running ads until years down the road.
And that's what most people do. Most people wait so long. I think there's all these preconceived notions or these limiting beliefs around ads. And it feels like this huge barrier to entry. I'm going to start running my first ad and then $30,000 is going to get flushed down the toilet tomorrow. That's what people think. And so they wait because they're worried they're going to lose money. But if I said, hey, the average person who starts running their ads, they turn that $5, they get their first $27 sale. And then you can use that $27 to then go back into your ads. And now you can spend $5 again the next day. And that's how we did it. We started very small, we started very slow, and now we're spending profitably $300,000 per month in ad spend, about $10,000 every single day, which is $300,000 every single month. So we slowly scaled that up.
You're spending $330,000 per month.
Yes.
Right now.
So if there's we're spending about $10,000 a day. So if there's 30 days in a month, $300,000. If there's 31 days in a month, $3,100,000. Yeah.
A lot of money.
We're spending about $10,000 a day.
$10 billion on Meta ads. If you're looking to get started in real estate investing, then you need to use our Cashflow 2.0 system. We give you all the motivated seller leads. We give you software, one-on-one coaching, and everything you need to start your real estate investing business. And we've seen so much success from our students with this system that we are willing to guarantee it. So if you want to learn how it all works and how you can get your first real estate deal today, go on over to wealthyinvestor.com and apply. Someone from our team will get with you, and you could have your first deal within a week once you get on this system. So head on over to wealthyinvestor.com and we'll see you there.
I think the main question people would have is they might want to do what you're doing, but they don't know what product to sell.
Well, that's a great question. I think the first thing people need to lose or release is the limiting belief that it won't work for me and it won't work for the thing I want to sell a product on, right? It won't work for my industry. People think, it only works if you're in the business industry or you're in the marketing industry, but nothing could be further from the truth. I have students who are making lots of money selling, one student comes to mind, she's doing $50,000 a month, selling, teaching parents how to make felt birthday hats for their kids. Okay. That's such a random niche. And I can come up with 10 more random niches like that. And so I think the first thing is realizing that no matter what it is you want to make a product on, it can be successful. That's the first and most important thing. And then the second thing is if you're one step behind that, and you're well, I don't even have an idea. I don't even know what to sell. I don't even know what kind of product to sell. The thing I tell people is your friends and family are your first marketplace. So what are your friends and family coming to you for? What are you solving problems for? If your friends are always coming to you for like relationship advice, how are you and your husband? So, you got the spark and you've been together for 15, 20 years. Like, how do you guys do that? Like, that's something that might be a problem you can solve for people. If people are always coming to you for advice on like how to look super elevated and look wealthy without spending a lot of money on your clothes, like that might be an indication of the value that you could bring to the marketplace. And so you shouldn't come up with ideas in a vacuum, or even really ideas based on things that you personally love. Maybe that should just be a hobby. What you should actually do is look around and say, what are my friends and my family coming to me for advice on? That's an indication that that's something that you can actually make money doing. And everyone has that. Your friends and family come to you for something. Everyone has that. You just got to look for that.
Well, what's interesting is like, Brian actually started out as my very first student when I started to get that question over and over again. They're like, how are you flipping houses? How are you doing this? And I was like, I don't know. Let me just write this book. And so I wrote a book called Flip Your Future. And then guys like him bought it. And then they're like, do you do coaching? And I'm like, I guess I'll do coach. Like, so my first actual product was a low ticket product.
Mm-hmm.
It was a $15 book and it's still on Amazon to this day. And then eventually I went course, and then I went, high ticket coaching and other stuff. But like even today, we were talking about before, and I think on our last episode, I just launched it, my golf mastermind.
Yeah.
And
that's blown up.
Yeah. Now it's already multiple 7 figures in like, what, 4 or 5 months?
Yeah. If that even, I think. Yeah.
And it's just blown up. And it once again goes back to golf. It's like, bro, we want to golf. We want to go to these cool places and all this. And I'm like, I guess I'll create a product for it, So like, I do believe that anyone listening to this can absolutely create a product in any niche to solve any problem, no matter how crazy it may be. But I think like product aside, right? Everyone is an expert in something.
Mm-hmm.
What's different about you, and I think it's more attainable to people, is the fact that you do low ticket. Because most people like me would say, no, look, selling high ticket's way easier. Getting one customer to pay $5,000 is easier than getting 100 to pay $50.
Or 27 in my case.
Yeah, like
that's crazy.
It's in my opinion, it is easier.
Yeah.
And like only working with one person versus 100 is easier.
Mm-hmm.
And so most people in the education space or the digital, info space all do a high ticket.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like the only one that either of us really have ever seen that like succeeds with low ticket being the primary source. So how?
Yeah, that's a great question. Well, I always say, like, I think either way, with whether it's because I used to do high ticket, right? So I used to sell these $72,000 coaching packages. I did that for a really long
you went
time.
ultra high ticket. You're like 72 grand.
$2,000 or $27.
Yeah, you have no in between. You just switched the numbers. You went 72 to 27.
Obsessed with 2s and 7s apparently. And I didn't do this with sales calls, by the way. I did those over the DMs. So like
72,000 over the DMs.
Very good. Yeah, like people don't know this, but I'm actually very good at selling high ticket too. Like I'm just really good at the stuff, and I just don't ever talk about it. Yeah, but let me tell you, like as someone that did, I had my $10,000, $20,000, $72,000 coaching packages. I've done both, so I've done the hard of high ticket and I've done the hard of low ticket. And what I can tell you is, you pick your heart either way. You pick your heart with high ticket, or you pick your heart with low ticket. The hard with high ticket is if you're a person of integrity and someone pays you $72,000, you care about the outcome. So you want to do a good job. And it's not that you put pressure on yourself necessarily, but you feel a good sense of responsibility to someone who paid you $72,000. And so I certainly felt a sense of obligation, like, hey, I want to really invest in you and really make sure that you get your result. And so for me, the delivery part of high ticket was so draining, and that was the hard. It's also hard, I think, to sell high ticket in a different way, where you have, as a salesperson, have to overcome the mindset issues that would keep you from asking for a $72,000 sale. So I had to work through all of that. And I think it's hard for the average person to work through the mental hangups that come with asking someone to give them $10,000. For the average person who makes $60,000 in a year, asking someone to give them $10,000 is asking someone to give them a sixth of their annual salary. Now, we are experienced entrepreneurs. We can work through that. But for the average person just getting started, that's a really big jump to go from $0 for my first sale to $10,000.
Yeah, and it's like,
it's a chasm.
Yeah. You're like, hey, get momentum, feel good that you sold a $27 thing.
And it's a much easier thing for them to wrap their head around asking for 27. Now, the hard with low ticket is the traffic and the volume needed to be...
The cost, customer acquisition cost is the hardest thing.
Well, I don't think it's a customer acquisition cost. I think it's the customer acquisition volume needed. Like our CAC is low, but the volume required is very high. So... I think that's the hard, is the traffic, the level of traffic required. I tell people like 100 people to your checkout page every day. That's like a first tangible metric. And that's a lot. That's a hard thing. But the thing I like about it is I don't have to talk to people.
Mm.
I get to work on that hard on my pajamas with my kid. Like the heart of low ticket is something I can do on my own time in a way that I can't with high ticket.
Yeah, there's no
It's
real
easy.
fulfillment.
Yeah.
You make the product, and like you said, it's e-commerce. You just sell it and it's done.
Exactly.
What are the products?
So in my business, I have quite a few products. And so they could be video courses. And those are very specific, by the way. So they're not broad. It's like, almost think of them like video tutorials or like video recipes. So we would never do broad courses that teach a broad topic. They're very, very, very specific things. Like I'm going to show you how to make money from your Instagram stories. Very specific, like make more sales, right? Very, very specific things. So video courses, big PDF bundles, like fat, juicy bundles, big things. We have templates. So like things that can help them create their content faster or create their checkout pages faster. We have a lot of like spreadsheet tools to help them stay organized. We have these worksheets to help them plan their business. So it's any form of digital product, right? So videos, PDFs, those kinds of things.
Yeah.
What percentage would you say are videos versus like,
I think it's 50-50.
It's 50-50?
Yeah, 50-50. So 50% are video courses. Those have a greater perceived value initially. So those are always a little bit easier to sell. But I think the templates and the worksheets and the tools actually really help with the implementation of the video courses. So they work really nicely symbiotically. Yeah.
So you don't sell coaching. It's all
not
just
really,
like
no
no fulfillment products.
Pretty much no, not at all. My average order value is $100, about $100, up from $80.
Yeah.
and then my LTV is like $150. So very, very low ticket.
So if you do $1 million in a month and you spend $300K to get the $1 million plus organic, right?
Plus organic. I would say right now our profit has never been lower because we're scaling. I don't know if you remember on the episode, you kind of talked to me about that. You actually gave me really good advice, which is expect your profit margins to dip when you're in a scaling period. And then a lot of people will like freak out and backpedal and never scale. But Maria just like keep pushing through it. And that's exactly what I did. It was really good advice and a really good time for me. And so I actually think our profits are going to go back in the nice 50% that we're used to. They were down to like 30%, which was like terrifying. I was like, oh my God, 30%. But like, it's actually pretty decent. 30% is not bad. But I'm used to like 50% profit margins. And so it was lower for me.
Yeah. So right now, you go spend $300K, get close to $1 million, whatever the number is. And, you still have fulfillment costs and team.
Yeah,
and,
team is
the
big other one for us. Yeah.
I mean, I guess really for me, the thing that's interesting is like, I've basically sold one product and we just crank it, over and over again. And I think about the idea of like, dude, I got to create like how many new products every month? Like I just filmed my first course in over, 3 years.
Yeah.
How'd it go?
I'm about to release it.
Okay.
Actually, by the time this comes out, you guys can get it. It's going to be our brand new Forge Academy. It's like 3 hours long. I'm just giving it for free. I'm not even selling it.
That's even nicer than me. I sell mine.
Yeah, so guys, go get it for free. I'm going to link to it down below. It's going to be out. But even like making that and filming it, I'm like, that was a lot of work. I'm glad that I'll do it again in 3 years. But you do this every month, creating new products.
Yeah, so in 2023, we launched 3 products. In 2024, we launched 3 products. 2025, we launched 12 products. That was a big push for us.
So once a month, you created a new thing.
Basically last year, exactly. And then now we're doing 50 products in 2026.
Every week.
Yeah, pretty much. We do 4 product launches a month. So we're halfway through January. We did 2 at the beginning. Like we're right on track. We got 2 more. We're launching one on Wednesday, which is 2 days from now. And then that one's going to be, that one's very cool. It's a little, to answer your question, this one actually might be helpful. It's a tool that helps them launch a viral digital product. So we literally help them outline and like it's a drop-down menu. So like if you are going in this industry, here's like the broad topics that sell well. And then we help them drill down a little bit further. And here's the deliverables. Oh, if you're in this industry, you should have worksheets. So we really do a lot of the work for them to come up with a product that will sell. So that one's launching on Wednesday. And then we're launching, Rose has the strategy where she pays and gets these like really cool, really targeted followers that make us a lot like they're like customers basically.
Yeah.
So she's launching like a little course on the ad strategy as well.
So are you doing this because you can't keep spending on the same product? Like you'll just get diminishing returns?
No, I think that, that's a good question. So the reason we decided to to launch 50 products was we looked at what was working, and we really believe that if something's working, just do more of it. And the
launches are your most profitable.
Yeah, well, and they're just like, it's people like to spend money on us, and we don't really give them an opportunity to spend a lot of money, right? And so they always need new drops, they need new releases. It's like a clothing brand. Like you like the brand and you want to spend more on the brand. And so
every time they have an exclusive drop.
Yeah, like we ran a Black Friday sale, and a lot of our customers were so upset because they had every product that we put on sale. So they couldn't buy. They wanted to give us money and they couldn't. And so we really believe that like if something's working, just do more of it. And so product launches work so well for us. How do we do more of them? Now, I can't personally, hand create 50 products. So we're bringing in some incredible product developers to help us develop products that our customers will love. And we brought him on in December, and he's already, paid for himself 100 times or at least 10 times over. So that's kind of the direction we're moving in. Is I'll make the core products. I'll continue to oversee every product development. But some things like worksheets, I don't need to be personally sitting there in Canva designing the worksheets like I did last year.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys really are operating like an e-com company.
Yeah.
So along with that, then, not just the products, but if you're going to launch every week, you need a whole new marketing strategy every week, new ads.
Yes.
Gosh, this sounds like a nightmare.
Yeah. No, it's not a nightmare. It's not a nightmare. Like maybe for some people it is. That's the thing. I really do believe that like you pick the business model that works for you. To me, this is the most fun I've ever had. And I think you scale up to it. Like,
but tell me like every week, okay? So you come up with a new product, right? So you're in development.
Yeah, but by the way, we market to segments. So like the 2 products that we launched this month, 99.99% of people don't even know we launched it.
Right. Because it's so niche.
You can't spray and pray like to the whole
thing. It's super niche. But like, I guess what I'm getting at is your own time, because every launch needs you to promote it organically. You're not going to do organic promoting.
No. A lot of it is going to be we're creating products specifically that we know will sell via ads. So a lot of it's going to be creating products that we will...
Are you going to have to make video ads, or are they just going to take graphics?
They'll take graphics. Sometimes I will if it's a product that like we feel needs it. But for the majority, like we have such a bankroll of footage of me, and we've got really good ad creative people now. They'll just take it, do a little collage of, I don't know, like a ad creative is the word I'm looking for. They'll make an ad creative and then use it. Or we see a lot of success with like very simple, like ads that are working really well for us now are like worried you won't make money in genealogy, right? Because we had a genealogy student, because we're collecting case studies now for all of our students. So we interviewed a very successful student who paid off her house with a $27 genealogy PDF. And so we got her case study. I know, right? It's so random. This is what I'm saying. Like it's random. Your industry can make money. And so we got our case study and we're running ads to it. And then at the bottom, there's just a link to buy a bundle of all the products that that student used.
Right.
So that graphic we're getting like an 8% click-through rate, which, it's like really decent, especially on cold traffic. It's just a little ad, worried you won't make money in genealogy.
I guess it'd be easier because you're used to doing ads for one niche where she could go like dentist, genealogy,
health practitioners.
women.
Yeah, I'm targeting. Yeah. Oh, you know, school ads. I pay a lot of attention to school, like school.com, Alex. Yes, yeah. Because they're super targeted. Like,
yeah. He's like, hey, plumbers, blah,
exactly.
blah, blah, blah. Hey,
exactly. That has to do with the new Andromeda update.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. For those wondering, like the new Andromeda update is basically like, hey, it's going to take your creative and everything else to target that specific person.
But think about this. I think that even the fact that we're all getting served ads that don't relate to our industry, I think even of that's in itself is good advertising for school, because it's speaking to the diversity of people that can see success on school.com. I think even that is really good. People want to know, does Maria's products work for all industries or just her social media industries? I think there's even that, if it doesn't quite fit to you, is a thing.
I need to change my algorithm to get my entrepreneur ads, because I literally don't see any real estate or entrepreneur ads.
I just start clicking. That's what I have a backup account, a secret account on Instagram. And I just scroll. That's my all my content.
I do that on YouTube too.
Yeah.
No, I have premium. I don't see any ads.
Oh, like on YouTube, I have a separate account that's from the Christian niche, and I click on their
for your Christian stuff. Yeah,
it's good. It's a different way to curate your own feed.
My whole Instagram feed is just golf. That's golf, Christian stuff, and that's like and sports.
Yeah.
That's all I get.
I guess like, how do you get people to want to spend money with you?
It's going to sound so cliche, but 99% of people don't buy from me. They watch my free stuff, they implement it, and they get really good results, and they leave comments saying, Maria, I watched this YouTube video and made $40,000 from this YouTube video. And so I make a ton of really good content that actually makes it so most people don't even need to buy from me. But the 1% that do are insanely loyal, and they buy from me over and over and over again. I have a 60% repeat customer rate, which is very high in an industry. The average is like 15 to 30%. So we have a very high repeat customer rate. And so I tell people I literally want to like pay for the first thing you buy with my free content. Please, here's a tutorial on YouTube, like follow it. It's like step by step by step. And then I honestly think, as basic as it sounds, when someone implements a free little hack that you got and they actually made money from it, they actually got results from it, which I think is really rare, but I think I do that very well. They can't buy fast enough. People have 14 pages of my product, not 14 products, 14 pages of my products in the back end of their courses, and they still want to buy from me. They're like, when are you launching the next thing? When are you launching the next thing? And so I really do have this like crack cocaine effect. I also think it's the way I structure the low ticket products is very intentional. It's very on purpose.
Well, it's so cheap too. It's like, oh, I'll just buy it. Whatever.
Yeah.
Like I might get some kind of value out of it. It's not a big decision.
No, but you know, one of the things we did this year, this was the second product that I launched this month. We did for 15 people, and it's like sold out for the year, so you can't buy it now. But we did what we called an annual pass, kind of like Disneyland's annual pass, where they know I'm launching 50 products this year. And so they got to buy kind of a pass to get all the products that are going to get launched.
You charge them $50 or what?
$7,500.
I'm just kidding.
$7,500.
Oh, high ticket.
Yeah. I know that one probably boosted my AOV by like 30 cents. $7,500 orders probably boosted a little.
You know what? It just makes me think about too. Like, we just got back from our golf trip at Kiowa Island, and we're talking about the business of M19, and it's already we're on already our third trip. So we went to Streamsong, then we went to Cabo, then Kiowa Island. Now we're going to Pinehurst next month.
Fun.
And a couple of them like, bro, I don't know how you run this business. Like, there's so much logistics that go into it. You got to like book the rooms and the courses and all this stuff. I'm like, bro, it's really not hard.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's so easy.
Just tell Tiffany to do it.
Just tell Tiffany to do it.
It's not that hard. Those guys are dumb.
But then like
for Tiffany.
Yeah, we'll put Tiffany's
but
number in the description.
Yeah, people would always tell us that at WealthCon too. They're like, I cannot believe you guys do these large events every quarter and this and that.
Don't you find you get into a rhythm? Like, that's the thing with product launches. Like, for you, there was your first course in 3 years. Of course it's going to be rusty. Of course it's going to be like getting this slow machine up and running. For us, we have it dialed down, so I don't even have to think. I know exactly what I have to do. I show up, I do it, it's done in less than a day, and then I'm out. Like,
well, that's kind of what I'm getting at is like everyone's perception of something they don't do is always like, dude, that must be so hard.
Yeah.
And for the expert, it's like, it's really not.
And why do we think it shouldn't be hard? That's the other thing I always buck up against is like, you want something that most people don't have. So like, expect a little bit of friction, expect a little bit of being outside your comfort zone. It's okay. Like, I think if we start to dismantle the idea that, entrepreneurship is so easy, we won't have people quit. People quit because their expectations aren't where they should be. So I tell people it's not unnormal to feel like you're going to quit at some point or to feel like it's going to be a little tricky at first. Of course it is. You're learning a new skill, and that's fine and that's normal, and we've all been through that. You're going to survive, and if you push past that, you're going to get what most people never get to have.
Yeah. So, with a product launch, obviously you're going to do this every week, and they're all very niche.
Mm-hmm.
Most people wouldn't even see that you launched it.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be super random. And that's great. But you had mentioned something. You're like, hey, we hit these different plateau points at the different spends. So at 100K in spend, there was a plateau. At 200K, there was a plateau. Now you're at 3 and you're saying, hey, I actually don't think we're going to have a plateau. My guess is probably because of the products. But tell me about the different plateaus you hit and how you solved them.
That's a great question. I think our journey to scale our ads from like $0 to our first $100 a day. That's a big milestone when you're spending $100 a day consistently up to like 10,000. I think it's a journey of emotional regulation. Like, people really feel so much fear around scaling ads and just doing ads in general that I think they quit before it gets good and they quit before they get excited. And so for us, a big plateau I distinctly remember is when we had finally tapped out of our warm market. So that's kind of going to be your first big plateau. We
did that.
Yeah. And so I don't remember what the dollar amount was, but I remember like the return on ad spend just it goes straight to the toilet after a while. And it's confusing.
Like
and
they
it's,
don't just buy it.
Yeah.
Like that. It's so weird.
all your low hanging fruit has been picked and you're confused.
It's so
about,
funny. When that happened to us, we started running out because ours was all organic. We got to like, how much do you think we did?
Hundreds of thousands of dollars a month
Yeah.
on organic.
Yeah, but
Like $3 to $4 million, I think.
yeah, we got
And
just
that's
pure
very
organic.
good. Yeah.
And we didn't know any better.
That's 0 ads.
Yeah, 0
It's like
ads.
nothing.
And that's in a calendar year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, but I think because we didn't start running ads until 22.
Yeah. So it was higher, but we got to like hundreds of thousands of dollars a month with no ads.
Yeah, we were probably doing
like not even retargeting, not boosting. Like
we would tell
the
people,
same
they're like, "You're
rails every day."
nuts."
Yeah. I remember we hired a consultant, and this is like in the very beginning, and we're like, dude, we're trying to figure out how to make more money. And he's like, well, how many times are you guys like posting a reel to like promote the business? We're like, once a week. He's like, what? And we were like, should we do 2 a week? He's like, you should be doing like 2 a day.
Yeah.
And we're like, what? Are they going to get burned out?
Nope. It ripped.
Because
The same
remember, like,
reels.
I wish people saw my reels enough to I wish the same people saw my reels enough to get burned out. But like
But they
the
don't.
tiniest fraction of your audience is seeing your content.
Yeah.
So
But what happened was, so we started running ads, and remember what you managed the sales team.
Yeah.
What was it like?
At first they're like, these leads suck. And I was like, okay, we just got to like get better at it. We got to call them more. When you're working with like cold traffic, it's completely different for high ticket because we were selling like $10,000 or $20,000
and so the nurture,
packages. So it was completely different than selling to like his Instagram followers.
Yeah.
Well, 3 things in life are sure: taxes, death, and salespeople complaining about the quality of leads. So that's to be expected. I used to manage the sales team too. So
Oh, really?
I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
I did.
You know, Tiffany used to be one of my salespeople, actually. She was a great setter back in the day.
I believe it.
That one is true. That's funny. Okay, so you went and started figuring out cold.
Yeah, so that was the thing is like you get confused about why you're plateauing because the things you've been doing in the past don't work anymore. So you have to really start from zero. And that's when you start to really like, oh my gosh, I have to pay attention to my metrics. Like you have to have your click-through rate dialed in. You have to have your conversion rate on the land. Like at every stage of the ad, it has to be dialed in and improved. And then, you know what we just had to do is like, you have to get better at all of those, including the big tip I would give people to get over that hump is pay attention to your AOV. Better order bumps, better upsells, because if your AOV is bigger, your CAC can be higher, right? Like, and so really like getting our average order value up allowed our CAC, our customer acquisition costs to be able to like handle going up a little bit. Not by a lot. I mean, we're playing with like a few dollars here.
Now, when you do your low ticket funnel, are you starting at the lowest, cheapest thing and then ascending throughout order bumps and everything?
There's no, I guess in that sense, you could say yes, but really we don't see an ascension process because there's nothing like, it's more like flat. Like if everything's around like $300 or less, there's no like here and then here and then here and then here. Think of it more like a spider web. Like once you come in, you think you're coming in to buy one product, but you're going to like buy 5 products. You're going to buy 6 products. And so in that sense, we sell that we pitch them all at the same point. So we don't have an upsell funnel where it's like,
there's only one landing page. You just buy whatever you want.
And here's the key. Here's the thing that we figured out that works super well. You offer 5 order bumps, all on the checkout page.
Are they pre-checked, I assume?
No, I don't do that because that pisses people off. And then they purposely uncheck everything. They get mad. No,
Okay.
you give them the option, but then here's the key. You offer to bundle all 5 order bumps and give it to them for like 50 to 70% off.
Yeah.
They take it like 90% of the time.
I would guess most of your purchases are just 1 or 5. There are very few 2s.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes people do, but sometimes people don't sit there and do the math and then they would, but it would never make sense to individually buy one of the products because the deal is so good to get the bundle.
Right.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
So it's like, you're coming in, it is $27 if you want it, but you could buy it all for $150.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get
Exactly. And that was a big unlock for us. We just started doing that, I think back in like maybe September. And that was like, oh, we're getting like a really high take rate on these order bumps on this bundle.
Are you putting everything on like Go High Level?
No,
like
we would never use Go High Level or ClickFunnels. We use Samcart. We're very loyal to Samcart. Brian, you know him. From Samcart.
M19 member.
Yeah.
Shout out to Brian.
Shout out to Brian. We love you, Brian. And the reason for it is not I love Brian, but I love money more. And so I just and so we get a really good conversion rate. Like Samcart's pages are optimized for conversion.
Yeah.
Average conversion rate for a regular Joe Schmo using Go High Level or some other one might be like 1 to 2%.
Yeah.
My average with Samcart is 6%, including cold traffic. That's one sale versus 100 visitors versus 6 sales for 100 visitors. Some of them convert as high as 25%.
Why are they converting so much higher?
Because
load times?
Well, that's like basic. Yeah. Like there's a lot of basic stuff, but Samcart, I think the people at Samcart understand the tiny little things that all add up to a better, more smooth, more seamless, more persuasive checkout experience. And importantly, they make it very easy for basic people to do that. So there's almost no like tech hang, which I'm not really a tech person, believe it or not. And so you just go in, you basically just like, they pre-build it so that it's decently easy to just get it set up. And there's 1,000 little things that influence checkout conversion rate, and all of that adds up. And when you're playing the low ticket game, like it's not even a game of inches, it's a game of centimeters. And so you need those. It's
really millimeters.
Yeah, really, honest to God.
So many different things you could.
And they all add up. But the beauty of that is, once you fix one little thing, you forever see that improvement. Like it's think of it like building a brick wall. I had this brick and that brick's always there. Then I add this brick and that brick's always there. And I've just been adding bricks to my wall.
I want to see your checkout page. I want to see what it looks like compared to
it's sexy.
A Go High Level checkout page.
I think Go High Level. I mean, again, I'm not here to like shit talk other companies, but I would never.
But I'm gonna.
Go High Level sucks.
I've tried that. I really wanted ClickFunnels to work for me because I was obsessed with getting the awards. Like, think about how many ClickFunnels awards I could have gotten at this point.
Yeah.
Right?
Now you could buy them.
I'll just give myself some awards. I mean, this award. I've been pestering Brian. I'm like, Brian, I need my 20 million award. I'm like, when am I? So he's going to make me one, a custom. He's making me a custom. You know why? Because I texted him. I said, look, I'll put it in the background of all my videos.
Yeah.
So it's free advertising.
You want an award for me? I'll give you one. Whatever you want.
I was just watching Tony Robbins' thing. He's talking about like what our needs are, those 6 human needs.
Yeah.
And then he mentioned, because I'd never heard of them before, and he mentioned significance. And I'm like, yeah, that's me. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
You did $1 million in a month.
Mm-hmm.
How big was your team?
My team that was last month. So it was our first $1 million month. Cash collected. Like I want to it's not.
I love when people say that.
Brian, this guy is the biggest cash collector.
Yeah, I love cash collected, bro. I hate cash. I hate when people say that. On track,
like a 20% success rate.
I'm on track.
Yeah,
I'm like, oh my god.
Cash collected in the bank, baby. No.
Oh, he says this every time we're on these. He's like, no, but I want to be clear. Yeah. This is $1 million cash collected.
We had a guru come in here, and then we'll let you finish your story, that said he did this and did that. And I was like, can I see your Stripe? And he's like, yeah. The Stripe didn't match, but it's all good.
This is why I share screenshots.
You have to
I share
tell me
screenshots.
Yeah.
I share screenshots. I'm like, look, because we should be transparent in an industry like this.
Numbers,
Yeah. So our team is very small right now. As you can imagine, if you're selling courses, there's not a ton of delivery. And so we have a few people to help me with content. The biggest department at this point is the product development department, and the the ad department is like the monster, right? Because that's
how many people is that?
Yeah, I think like 8
in ads.
Damn.
No, total.
Oh, total.
Oh,
yeah. The ad department's like 3 people. Yeah,
okay, 50 people here.
No, very lean. And I had a bigger team at one point. For a much less sized company.
Yeah,
it's hard to manage people well.
Okay, let's talk about this. So, what changed? How did you make more money with less people? Why did it shift?
Because I stopped doing 90% of the things entrepreneurs think they need to do. We don't do meetings. We don't do networking. We don't do client delivery. Yeah. So much of what business owners think need to be done are just ego-based things. You want to feel needed. You need to feel needed. You think your clients need you. You think your team needs you to have these meetings. None of it needs to get done. So when I had my baby 3 years ago, I'm just like, I just can't do all of this. And so I just eliminated 90% of what we thought needed to get done.
Yeah.
I made more money.
Can you go over the 8 roles?
Yeah.
Like, what are the 8 roles?
Yeah. Okay. So My right hand is my sister. I'll go in order of like who I talk to the most, like who I interact with the most. So really my right hand is my sister Rose. She runs the ad department. She, we really struggle with like official sounding terms, but like she'll probably be like
CMO?
she would probably be like a CMO. We don't really we're working on getting proper labels for everybody, but she would probably be the CMO. Like she runs the 2 other people that work for her in the ad department, and they help her with tracking the data of the campaigns, setting up the campaigns, creating the ad creatives. And so those 3 people make up the
marketing,
the ads. Yeah. Cause I kind of handle the organic side of things. So, I'm really the one, and I'm looking, by the way, I'm putting this out here too. I'm looking for like a creative director to take that off my plate. Like the content strategy, the organizing of the organic marketing, just thinking through all of that. I really need help with that. I want that off my plate desperately. Must be Orange County.
Yep.
But so that's what I do. So I talk to Rose, then I talk to Wendy. She's my COO. She runs all the like the back end of the business, basically all the 1,000 little balls that just like need to get handled. And then she also oversees 2 people who help people get access. Because when we just crossed over our 100,000th customer. Yeah. And so when you have 100,000 customers, like people need help getting logged into their courses, and they need help resetting their passwords. And so that's a little heavy, but we manage it with 2 part-time customer support people. They just kind of like, I don't know exactly what their hours are, but like I know we have 2 people in that role. And then let's see. So content-wise, it's just me right now in terms of the organic. So we had to let someone go. And so I'm actually really feeling that gap a lot. I'm looking to replace that.
You have no editors?
We have one guy that edits YouTube videos, but he's new as of like the last 30 days.
You literally have no content team.
No, it's pretty much just me. Yeah.
Damn.
But I want to change that. That's what I'm trying to hire. It's a lot for me. It's a lot for me brain power wise. It's a lot for me. I mean, I post like 4 times a day on Instagram, and I'm doing that myself right now.
Damn.
And so, yeah, but like, that's like the thing I tell people.
You like put post too. Like you press post.
Yes.
Damn.
Yes.
That's crazy.
Well, I schedule it, but yeah.
How do you have $1 million a month business and nobody posts your content for you?
Well, I did have someone doing it. I had to let her go.
So like she just wasn't posting on schedule.
No, she was great at her job. It was a bad culture fit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. It's hard to let it go.
It's a small team.
Yeah, it's very small.
Yeah, and especially if you're not a good culture fit on a small team.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
I do have a personal assistant who handles everything in my personal life, which that's huge for me. I don't do anything in my personal life. So I work on Tuesdays when Ellie's with her dad, or like I'm here, right? On Tuesdays is my work day. And then I'm with Ellie, like my daughter, my 3-year-old daughter, like the majority of the time, mostly not working. When I work, it's content creation. And I'm really only creating content on YouTube and Instagram. And I do a lot of podcasts like this because then people do the work for me. Yeah. Like think about this is very leveraged for me. I'll create content on the way down. I'll create content on the way up. You guys will do all the editing. Yeah. Very leveraged. I've been doing this kind of like press tour stuff for the last few months, and it's been really effective for my brand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think our episode was the first one.
Yes.
And then everyone started inviting.
It was huge for me. It was really, and it was such a great one to do for me first because it really gave me a lot of credibility. You were like first on it. And then after that, it was like, I was telling Tiffany, I was like, I feel weird if I'm not doing 2 or 3 a week now. Like it's a weird week for me when I don't have I have 7 days in a row where I don't have a collaboration. It's too quiet. So I'm like, I'm really on it right now. Yeah, there's a lot of big ones that are going to be coming out soon, which I'm excited about.
That'll be sweet.
Yeah.
That'll be sweet. So, okay. Cold traffic, team, what changed at $200K a month in spend?
That was needing new products. Customers got fatigued. The people who were ever going to buy, we pretty much
they already bought everything.
They had bought,
And you never thought, hey, maybe I'll just increase the LTV of these people by selling high ticket.
No, because I had done low ticket or high ticket, and I
didn't want to go back.
No, at that point, my daughter was probably like 1.5. I was never in a less position to be able to do high ticket. Like I was running around keeping a baby alive.
Okay.
Dang. Yeah.
So what happened at 300K?
300K, like that's this month. Like 300 is this month. I think that's more of the same. More creatives. That's the big one. More creatives. And I know like Alex and people who spend a lot of they say the same thing. Like more creatives, more creatives, more creatives, more creatives. And so we got another person. We now basically have 2 people creating creatives round the clock.
Yep, that's what I learned too.
Yeah,
I was I got to last year 300K a month in spend. For just one of the companies, and it just fatigued. Yeah. And we couldn't scale past it. I actually scaled back down. Okay. And I said, man, okay, we're going to have to figure out like how to beat this diminishing return. It just, your CAC got too high and all this stuff. And then my friend Cole Gordon came here.
Oh, yeah.
And Cole goes, so how many ads are you making? I was like, oh, I make them like every few months. Legitimately. Yeah. That's how often I make ads. He's like, what? He's like, how do your ads even still perform? I'm like, I don't know. I have ads that work from like a year ago. And he's like, I don't know how that's even possible, but he's like, you have to treat ads just like you treat content. You got to just put out infinitely more ads than you currently do to break past all those barriers. And I was like, all right, I mean, that's not rocket science. Like, I have so much content. So I hired a full-time person on staff to just make ads 24/7,
which is exactly what we did. And that's been, I think now it's literally going to be more like to get to 1 million. Here's my armchair plan, but I think it's going to be a bunch like more creatives for more products.
Right.
So like what we're doing, just a wider web.
Yeah.
That's the plan at least.
Well, and that spreads the creatives out. And like, you know, cause I'll see guys who have one product and they'll spend $1 million a month. And I'm like, dude, for you to spend $1 million a month on one product, your warm audience has to be so massive that you're able to do it. So think like Hormozy and his workshop, because he only markets literally his workshop. That's the main thing.
And it's not that expensive.
Yeah, it's $5,000 or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Or B, you just have 1 million products. And so, hey, cool. You know what? We can throw few, 20,000 on this one, 20 on this one. And so it's like they're all mini businesses.
Yeah. And that's kind of how we're thinking about us as a company going, from, where we are at like 10 million to 50 million. It's just more of what's working. Like it's long. And Michael Masterson talks about this in his book, Ready, Fire, Aim. Like it's just at that stage to go from 10 million to 50 million at stage 3, adolescence. It's more of what's working, and it's better systems to do that more. So that's what we're focused on.
And I guess too, if you're just doing courses, it's not like you need to ramp up fulfillment. It's just,
not really.
You just need creative people to make products.
That's the difference between you guys. So she has no fulfillment, and then you have a lot.
We have massive fulfillment.
So the time that you spend fulfilling, she spends making products.
That's a really good way to say what I say, which is you pick your hard. Your hard is fulfillment, my hard is marketing. That's a really good way to
I'm not creating new products all the time. I'm just fulfilling the one product.
Yeah. He's been on the same Zoom call for years.
Why don't you, to me, when I hear that, I'm like, just make it in a course. Like to me,
that's the fulfillment.
Yeah. To me, tasks that are repeated are tasks that need to be automated or outsourced.
My Zoom call is a little bit different. My Zoom call, literally for the last 6 years, I have no agenda the moment I walk on. And I'm like, okay, what am I going to talk about today? And I just literally talk about last week.
But I think that's the best way, actually, because that's how I make content. And I think that's how I make good content. You kind of
people love it.
Yeah, you tune in.
There is no course. It's not a course. It's just literally real life.
Yeah, I think that's actually, and the beauty of that is stuff's changing in the marketplace, in our world, in our environment all the time. I think that's why I do it that way.
Yeah. For sure. If it was like the same thing, I'm like, no, dude, I am not repeating the same thing every week. That'd be a nightmare
for you.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, we are starting to make it less and less fulfillment. Like now, at Wealthy Investor, we have only 2 coaches really that handle fulfillment. It used to be, how many coaches do we have back in the day?
Like 5 or 6.
Yeah, I think people just need less. Like that's what we're really, because people are, there's a lot of rumors last week about online courses being dead. I don't know if you caught any of that, but
no,
like
what happened?
Space, well, Amy Porterfield retired her course that had been around for a long time, and Jenna Kutcher retired her podcast. So like, it was like people in my space, like taking a step back. And so everyone was like, oh my God, our online course is dead. And I'm like, no, except like, but the kind of online courses that are dead are the broad, vague, generic ones. You're never going to buy a course called like how to decorate your house. It's too broad. No one.
So what are they doing now?
I don't know what they're doing now. I'm actually going to a little thing with them in April, so I'll find out. But
you know what I noticed? It's like mainly girls that do like the online courses stuff. Like a lot of the guys do high ticket coaching services.
Yeah. I think women, I can speak for my audience, and I can speak definitely for myself. Courses are better for us if you're moms. I think that like you women, I notice moms get pushed into having to have leveraged delivery because they can't show up to it's very difficult to show up to if you want to be the kind of mom, like think about me and like Natalie Ellis from Boss Babe. We were just talking about this. Like it's hard to be an ambitious mother, right? And want to intensely have a career that's very fulfilling to you and that helps a lot of people and makes a ton of money, and also be the kind of mom you want to be. And I do think it's different between moms and dads, because someone who's a high achiever in business as a woman is also going to want to be a high achiever as a mom. And so there's this duality. And so I think that for a lot of us, it's because there's no delivery on courses. And so we can make a ton of money and scratch that itch and be as ambitious as we want to be and be home with our babies the way we want to be. And so I think that's why. I also think that there's like a worthiness issue that a lot of women struggle with, where it's like, I don't feel worthy to get paid $10,000. I don't get
Really?
Yes. And I don't think that men have that. Men seem to have a little bit more.
I'm worth every bit.
Yeah.
I'm underpaid.
Yeah, I feel like I'm more than 10,000.
I think that they walk in with a little bit of swagger that women have to acquire over time and work through. And so,
Especially in the marketplace.
I think in the marketplace, yeah.
Right,
And I think that I'm happy to meet them where they're at. I'm like, look, it's okay. Like, let's work through the mindset issues later. Let's just get some, let's get $2,000 or $3,000.
Yeah, let's sell these $30 bangers and let's sell a ton of them.
And you know what? And I have so many students who didn't even think they could to sell a $27 thing, and now they're making $50,000, $100,000. Like, I just had a student, several students just cross over their first $1 million chunks, like selling this one product for $27. It was like an art course, and that happens all the time. And so I think they end up getting their millions with a $27 product. And that solves the worthiness issues, because what do they get? That money's in the bank. What do they say?
What have you seen causes people to fail?
In the low ticket space?
Yeah.
Not understanding how much volume is needed. That's why I think it's so important.
They sell like 10 people and they're hyped, and it's like, yeah, you didn't really make anything.
Or they'll have gotten 67 people to the checkout page and think, oh my God, 67 people looked at my product and didn't buy. And they'll freak out. They're so new to the space. They have no idea what to expect. You and I would be like, bro, you didn't even have 100 people go to your checkout page. Basic marketing math is you need if you have a 1% conversion rate, you need 100 people to go to your checkout page. Yeah. They don't know that. And so they'll be like, 67 people hated my product. They didn't buy. So they freak out. They just don't know. They don't understand the volume that's needed to succeed with low ticket. But volume of traffic is a very solvable problem. So once the expectations are set, they're good.
Do your ads just go straight to checkout?
Always.
Okay.
For the most part, yeah.
So there's no VSL, there's nothing.
God, no. Those kinds of things are what I call like obstacles to the money. So the things you think that nurture slow the sale down. That's my theory. Send them straight to a checkout.
I need to see your checkout page.
Yeah.
I want to see what it looks like, man.
For you guys in the high ticket space, I would still say the same thing. Like, remember, I was selling $72,000 coaching packages over the DMs. So I think fundamentally, as an education industry, the things that we think nurture people actually slow them down. They're hot and bothered at the beginning when they see your content and they're all warm.
Yeah.
And you're going to make them sit through a webinar or whatever it might be.
I will. So I've done pretty much every way you could imagine. But I'll say that with M19 specifically, since I've been testing the most things out, my traditional high ticket funnel was always opt in to application to book a call. This is what we did for many, many years. And then I started just testing the straight up big app on the first page. Now, there's still a video because it's like a new thing that nobody understands what the heck it is. It's like, oh yeah, it's a golf mastermind. Like, what does that mean? So we do explain it that way. But basically, we realized that anyone that opts in but doesn't fill out an app is basically worthless in that specific offer. And so maybe an app back then was $150. Putting it on the first page has made our app like $75 for a full app.
I believe that because you're removing the obstacles to the thing. That makes a ton of sense to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you notice, like, I think the proof in this pudding is that, like, Hermosi, he sells his thing just straight in a checkout page.
Does he?
No sale.
He used to have a sales guy. You bought it.
I don't know for the workshop. I think the workshop still, but for his little advisory thing that he's doing.
What is that?
It's a mastermind. Yeah, he's doing a mastermind. I don't know if you.
How much is it? I haven't seen it.
I think it's 36,000. I think it's $3,000 a month.
Was it just for that big webinar?
No, it's all the time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you can buy it on a checkout page.
Did you buy it?
Yeah, that's how I know.
Oh, you did?
Oh, I bought.
You bought $36,000 from Alex Hermosi?
And I was happy to. I learned one thing from the first thing on that, and I literally I think I made $250,000 like in 2 weeks from what I learned in that.
Okay, give us that secret. What was it?
It was what was it? I think I literally copied.
But you saw an ad and you checked out.
No. So this was sorry, you finish your question.
No, like how did it get to this checkout page where you were able to just check out for, and was it $3,000 a month that's how you checked out?
Yes, it was $3,000 a month and that's how I checked out. The total was 36, but then I think on the second page I had the option to just upgrade. I'm like, you know what, just please do that.
For
what I'm trying to remember.
yearly.
Yeah, I was getting my hair done, and so I'm trying to while I was doing this, and so I'm trying to remember like what I was doing and what I was clicking. I actually don't remember, but I know that I got that into a school community, which is where he does his things. He does calls. Sharon does calls. I'm good friends with Sharon, so I saw I don't do any. I got what I needed and more from that. And so I'm not a participant. I was literally a participant for 1 week.
I didn't know he was doing masterminds.
Yeah. Okay, give us that $36,000 secret.
The thing that I did was I sold it. I modeled what he taught in the breakdown of, I think it was his launch, and I sold on a live stream. I did my first live stream sale that I hadn't done in a long, I haven't sold on live stream in like 6 or 7 years. I used to do it all the time.
Yeah, you did 72 hours live or whatever.
Yeah. So I think I just modeled, he did a breakdown of, I'm like, I'm going to try that. And I just did it. I did it the same week that I signed up. I'm like, well, I almost got a 10x return on this investment.
You made how much?
I made
360?
no, I think it was $250,000 that I made from that.
Damn.
Or 200,000, somewhere in that range, between $200,000 and $250,000 from what I learned from that. And I was like, well, I got what I needed. And I don't think I've even logged back into the school since.
Was that on Instagram Live, or are you talking about you
No,
did
I
like
did a Facebook Live. And this is the crazy thing. I did a Facebook Live to a tiny group of my existing customers. So again, this is a good example of the segmentation that I'm talking about, where like if you were on my main list or to my main stuff,
Yeah.
you wouldn't even know that what I was selling was being sold. This was into an exclusive group of existing customers. So they were also like very warm and very like obsessed.
What'd you
with,
sell?
What did I sell? I think it was a bundle. I think it was like a bundle.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
how
it
did
was-
you 250? Like you would have had to sell a lot of units.
It was $200,000. No, it was $200,000, and I think it was like $5,000 bundle of maybe everything I had.
Oh, so it was high ticket. I mean, it was.
Is 5,000 high ticket?
I mean, for you,
For me, oh God, $17 is high ticket for me. Anything over 1,000, yeah, anything over like
I know you sold it for 5,000. That is huge.
I think it was a bundle.
It was literally like everything.
I think it was the Vault is what we called it. And I think it was a bundle of everything. I don't remember the specifics of it, but I remember the mechanism and that we sold it over live and that it was.
But how did you get out to his checkout? Because he doesn't run ads straight to that.
No, he does not.
So
I think it might have been on his actual launch. I think. It was
you just saw it on his.
You probably bought like a bunch of books, and then you get a.
Yeah, I was at the hair salon, so I'm trying to remember. I really, yeah. Sorry, guys, I'm trying to remember all the details.
Yeah,
but I think it was that.
You bought the books, and then it was.
I think I think you
from the
donate
books.
the book, so I got to donate the book still. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
That's how big his brand is, where people just buy stuff and they're like, I don't even know what it is.
I was kidding, like 2 girls were on my hair, and I'm like frantically trying to check out. Like, wow, this was all like, yeah. That's why I don't remember anything.
Damn.
well, that's how you make $100 million.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Very good.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun to watch.
So, all right, 50 products. You're going to get to $1 million a month in spend, which means you're going to try and get to 3 million plus in
Mhm.
revenue a month.
Mhm.
When's
I
that
think-
expectation?
I think I've been pretty good at projecting my revenue. I've been pretty I'm always conservative. So I pretty much always hit what I'm projecting. And I'm projecting like 15 or 20 this year. Million.
And you did how much last year?
10.
You did 10, and then you did the year before?
4. Almost 4.
Yeah.
And then the year before?
I think 1.
So you went 1, 4, 4, 10. Now we're going 10,
15
15
to
to
20.
20.
Yeah.
You should do a lot more, I would think, if you.
That's why I like to be conservative.
Okay.
Yeah. That's why I feel like we're probably going to do it.
Yeah, because you're going to 4x your product launches.
Yeah. I mean, that's
and
true.
your spend.
But see, I 4x this is why I think it's going to be 20 million, 15 to 20 million, because if you think about it, I did 3 product launches in 2024 and then I did 12. So I 4x it last time, but the 4x only doubled my revenue.
Got
So
it.
if I
So you
4x
think the
again,
next 4x will double again?
if history repeats itself.
Yeah.
That's my logic.
And you
at
get
least.
to colder traffic
and
all
exactly
those things.
Oh my God, yeah. I got to spend a whole nother year building up trust and nurturing my, just like
Yeah.
stoking the fire. Yeah.
Okay. Got it.
It's
And
fun. I'm
then
excited.
from there, I mean, how many more staff and things do you think you'll need?
That is so funny you mentioned that, because that is the thing I need to learn how to do this year. That is the skill that I do not have. The hiring, recruiting, training, that is the gap. And I know I've mentioned his book several times, Michael Masterson, but it's my Bible. And so he says at this stage of my business, about 20% of my time needs to be spent recruiting and hiring, just like getting that done. I spend like 1% hiring, if that, probably 0.5%. And so it's a gap, but I know that if I just focus on getting better at hiring, we would hit that.
Him and I did a show. I'll link to it after this for everyone, about biggest regrets of 2025.
Ooh.
And yeah, it was really good. I talked about lots of different things. He talked about things in his business. But one of the things I said was, I really regret that we didn't do a better job of hiring like even more better salespeople. Like we just kind of got complacent, whatever. And like, Javi, my COO, he's also the recruiter and the sales guy. Because I mean, we're really in a sales and marketing business at the end of the day. And I'm the marketer. And like, we just kind of took sales for granted because the marketing's so strong that, sales can be even just average and still look really good. But I told him in December, I go, bro, we left millions on the table if we would have just been more dialed in and without spending an extra dollar, on leads or ads or anything. So, I said, this year, I want you to just focus heavily on training the sales team, recruiting, hiring better ones, all that stuff. Because we have the content team, the marketing team, all that stuff is ready for scale. This is the missing piece.
Yeah.
And so he hired multiple people. And literally in 30 days, I have seen the night and day difference in every business. It's like insane like the conversions have doubled.
That's really good.
And I'm just like, damn it. Like, how much?
Yeah.
I could have did this a year ago. What were you doing?
I think my takeaway too is just,
It's like a good thing happens and you're like, why didn't I just know this first?
no, but that's what I was going to say. I think that that's a sign that you actually really like you're dialed into the needs of your business.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like, hire salespeople. Good. Okay. So you have no salespeople.
I have one.
You have one salesperson.
What do they do?
Yeah.
They sell
They
people
sell
$12 things. Like,
Yeah, so
they can make 12 commissions.
yeah, so we have a very small, like little inner circle, like a little $5,000 offer that we just started selling a couple of months ago.
You
And
do have high ticket, you liar.
it's high ticket. Well, first of all, I don't really think of that as high ticket
Okay.
compared to what I'm used to. Second of all, you don't have a high ticket business when your average order value is $100 and your LTV is $150 and you have 100,000 customers, and no stratosphere of the imagination is the small, tiny people that come in.
Those people who are paying $5K.
Yeah. And even it's $5K. It's not like it's,
Yeah.
I'm used to like, when I guess
72.
yeah, that's what I think of with high ticket is like $100,000 packages.
God. I think most people think high ticket is 5 to 10K.
Yeah.
Okay.
10, yeah.
That's what I would say. Like most.
To me, that's
people would think.
mid. That's good to know.
It's mid ticket.
That's good to know.
That's what the kids say.
Yeah.
That's mid.
That's
mid.
Yeah.
That's very
Yeah.
mid.
Yeah.
How much have you spent on coaching for yourself?
That's a great question. Hundreds of thousands of dollars, and it was worth every penny.
What's like the most you've spent with one person?
Talking More, he's the mentor I talk about all the time. Yeah, I call him the man that made me a millionaire.
I need to get him on. I said that last time and I forgot.
Wish you would. And he's so much. He's just the best. You will fall in love with him. He's
Yeah,
amazing.
link me up with him.
Yeah, I will do that actually. Yeah. At one point I was spending about $5,000 a month on him. So I was with him from 2019 until I think it was like 2023, and he's all high ticket too. And so once I really realized, I'm pivoting over to low ticket, it wasn't a good fit for us to be together business-wise anymore, but we're still very good friends. And so 2019 to 2022, maybe I think is I was within 3 years, maybe. He's the guy that helped me get to $1 million in my business. I call him the man that made me a millionaire. He's amazing guy, good friend, great ethics, great integrity. He's got 6 kids. Like he's just a really good person.
Hey, we got work to do.
Yeah.
You got 5, I got 4, he's got 6. We need to.
Yeah.
We need to have one more.
So wait a minute. So if I have 6, where will my business be?
Further along. He's so like he's not well known, but like Dan Martell and I met in his mastermind.
Oh.
Like all the names you would recognize. Some of them he doesn't like me mentioning, but like the names we all know and recognize.
Yeah.
We've all passed through his mastermind.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
I've met them all right here on this couch.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
About like, have you ever paid like Tony Robbins or any of these other guys?
But it's interesting. Tony Robbins was on the Diary of a CEO podcast,
Yeah.
and I really haven't paid attention to Tony Robbins much at all.
Mhm.
But I was thinking about how remarkable it is. He's taken a business through the invention of the internet, and now he's taking his business through the invention of AI. Like
Mhm.
that's a man that's been around for a long time. And so
Yeah.
I'm actually about ready to start diving into the business side of Tony Robbins. I'm not big on motivation. I think that like we show up and we do the work however we're feeling. Like just do it. Stop complaining. Like that's kind of I know.
That's right.
Yeah.
People are soft.
Yeah. I don't
Just
know.
do the work.
Just yeah, a little bit. Yeah. Just stop complaining. You have an easy life. Go read.
That's right.
Go read what it was like 200 years ago. Go read what it's like for people right now. Like the fact that we can turn on a faucet and water comes out, clean water comes out. Like,
Mhm.
shut the fuck up. You're fine.
Yeah.
You're fine. You're fine. Go make content with your iPhone and stop complaining.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Seriously. I thought
We're
I
gonna
can't
get hate
figure out how
for
to
that.
edit a video.
Yeah. That's controversial now, what you're saying.
I don't know. Yeah. So I learned so much from mentors. I think investing in mentors is really important. I think doing what the mentors say is important. Don't invest in it.
Yeah, that's kind of like, I know it needs to be said.
I know. It needs to be said, but
Don't sign up for a program.
you're like, nah.
Don't and do the work and then blame the mentor for your lack of results.
Yeah.
Like don't
Yeah.
pay someone unless you like the life they have and you're willing to do what they say. My student has the thing that I love saying. She's like, I don't argue with people who make more money than me. I'm like, I love that.
Yeah.
That's great.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it's always good having you on. For everyone who wants to get in your world, what should they do?
Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Come find me on YouTube. I make a lot of really helpful tutorials there. Like I said before, like don't buy my products yet. Just come in my free world, implement what I teach you there, and then I'll bring
If you want to spend
further.
$18.
Yeah, I mean, if we want to part with your fortune and pay me $18, that's fine. But no, like I really do like start there. The thing I always say is like I want my I want you to feel that I'm someone who's going to take really good care of you. And so all the content I make is through the lens of how can I show people that I'm actually someone that's going to take really good care of them. And so come into my world, watch my free content, get that sense of, oh, Maria's actually going to take really good care of me. And then if you want to take it further, you can.
I guess I have a random question for you wrap up. Like, how much money do you make a month now?
About $1 million. Do you mean how much do I take home?
Yeah, how much do you take home? Cash collected to your bank.
Collected to my bank is probably like 300. That's
300,000?
Yeah, but that's before taxes.
Like, what do you spend your money?
I'm just investing it all in Ellie's future. It's all going into Ellie's future. It's not. I always say it's not my money. It's
What does that mean?
Right now, it's literally just investing in the stock market.
Okay.
Yeah, right now. Eventually, it'll be real estate and other. That's when I'll come to you, Ryan, and you can hook me up. I say like it's not my money. It's God's money and it's Ellie's money.
But like fun wise, what do you spend money on?
For fun?
If I was making $300K a month, I feel like
I really am not materialistic. I don't buy anything.
Like what's your monthly living expenses?
$14,000 and $7,000 of that is my rent.
Damn.
Why do you still rent?
Because I haven't found a good home yet to buy, but I'm actually doing open houses. I've done 2 weekends.
You're a realtor?
I'm a renter. But I'm a single mom.
No, a realtor.
No, she's walking open houses.
Oh, okay.
She's trying to buy one.
Like you're a realtor and
No, God forbid. No.
There's no low ticket realtor.
God, no.
Where are you looking?
In Huntington.
I could probably sell you a house, dude.
Well, I wish you would connect me because I don't have an agent yet. Actually,
I wholesale houses, but we'll talk about.
Oh, okay. Well, Just
you get an even better deal.
Yeah. You'll hook me up. That's even better. I'll show you I know the exact style I'm looking for. I'm looking for a light blue cottage with a picket white fence.
It ain't gonna be your wholesale.
It might be, dude. We sold a 2.1 in Dana Point.
Okay, so my
earlier
budget's
this
like
year.
3.
Okay.
I really want small. It's my first home. I'm a single mom. I don't want to make
3 million. I want small.
Hey,
That is small out there.
California, Orange County on the beach where I want it. A $3 million home is small. Yeah.
Why do you live in California if you make so much money?
Because I like it. There's no living like Orange County living. I love you guys, but like Vegas is an armpit. I'm not doing Vegas. No, I'm sorry. I prefer to live not in the armpit of the country.
Oh, whoa. Dude. First off, that's called Fresno.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, look.
No, that's Victorville.
But
have a train.
Victorville and Fresno are called.
They spent $12 billion having a train go from here to Victorville. Did you know that? Yeah, $12 billion. It's not even Rancho Cucamonga.
No, look. Once you live in Orange County, you can't really. And I'm on the beach in Orange County. Like it's hard to. It's hard. I've been there.
But you're not on the beach for $3 million. You're going to be
like walking distance.
No,
you're a couple blocks away.
Oh,
no.
But I wouldn't, in Huntington specifically, you wouldn't want to be on the direct beach.
Yeah.
It's cuckoo banana town. I would be like a little bit.
A few blocks away.
Yeah, I'm a few blocks, yeah.
You can walk there.
Yeah.
No, I know you could walk there.
Yeah.
That's, for me, it's walking distance.
Yeah.
Me and Allie go to the beach every day. Like,
I love Orange County.
Yeah.
That's
it's
nice.
worth it. I think you get what you pay for, and I'm happy to pay for Orange County. That's my thing.
And pay the extra 15%
I did the math one time on how much extra money per month I pay to the state of California, and I'm like, oh, did I get my $40,000?
Yeah.
Basically, you're true living expenses are it's $54,000. Yeah, because you could live anywhere else.
Exactly, but God forbid.
All right, guys, still check her out, even though she's hating on Vegas and we love Vegas.
Yeah.
So.
No.
Anyway, ask her about dating, but we'll cut it off.
Oh. Bring me on again. 3rd time's a charm.
Yeah.
Yep.
I have a lot to say about that.
Right now, she's making all this money and she's single.
Yeah.
I know.
As a Pringle, I'm not even dating right now, period. I got to get my little...
Could you date a man that makes less money than you?
If he worked harder than me.
If he worked hard? So he could be like a construction worker that makes like $70K a year.
I looked about all the men in my life who I respected, and I was like, why? Because I make more than all of them. And I'm like, why do I respect you if I make more than you? And he's like, oh, you work harder than me. So I realized it's...
But would you date a man that like... maybe
That's a core value thing.
No, but look, hold on. So she makes all this money. Would you date a guy that was like super good looking, but just took care of you and didn't work?
No.
How would he take care of her if he didn't work?
Like, oh, drive her around.
That's
like a stay-at-home. A stay-at-home.
That's what my assistant is.
A stay-at-home husband. You know, we have stay-at-home wives. Like,
no, I think
she wants him to work.
There needs to be polarity. And I can't, if I'm waking up sometimes I wake up at 3 a.m. just so I can work before Ellie does. If I'm waking up at 3 a.m. and this mofo's sleeping in till like 10, not gonna happen.
When you go on a date, do you tell guys how much money you make?
I'm not even dating right now at all. I don't think I'm going to.
No.
That's the least interesting thing about me.
They're going to find out on her Instagram. She says it every 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Like, no, she didn't even tell them.
Do guys still shoot their shot at you?
She has a report on her freaking bio.
They still shoot shots?
Tomorrow.
Really?
Oh, 100%.
Damn.
Cute. I'm a whole package, of course.
Yeah, she could be very
I would never I'm married, obviously, but like if my wife made more money than me, I think I'd be disappointed in myself.
Yeah, but see that is how a lot of guys feel, and that's why you got to have at least. You got
actually, you know what? I take that back. If Jessica made more than me, I'd be like, all right, this
You'd be hyped.
That's pretty cool.
We're doing great.
I don't think you actually would long term. You'd be hyped for 7 seconds.
No. I don't think it's a good thing.
No, and I don't either.
In most relationships.
I don't think
it doesn't. Like it's just emasculating. It's just. It's hard to be. One of your things as a man is to be the provider, is to be.
And I think that's a core thing for a guy. And I also think, and the flip side is a core thing for a woman. And so
I feel like I can get over that. If she bought me a car or something, I'd be like, she bought me a nice golf membership.
Really healthy,
I'd be like,
honestly.
this is dope. Honestly, I'll cook.
Yeah.
They call guys like that. I forgot, but I'm not going to say it. They call them something. It ain't good.
I don't know. That's funny though.
I think that's healthy. But I think it's not even dating right now, so it's not an issue. Got to get. I'm not dating until I'm divorced. So it's been going on.
That's
3
a good
years.
plan.
Yeah,
that's a good plan.
This is my thing.
Until you're divorced.
Well, but it's been going on for 3 years. It's a commitment I made 3 years ago. I was like, I'm not dating until this is finalized. And I'm like, the kind of man I'm going to attract would never date a woman who is still married. However, technically.
Yeah.
So
it's a core value thing.
It's a core value thing.
Yeah.
I'm very clear on what I want. And trust me, when the ink is dry, y'all all know.
Okay.
The ink is
coming out hot.
My name is Maria Wendt. I'm single and finally ready to mingle.
And I make a ton. And I ain't taking care of you.
Yeah.
All right. You better go work a job.
You got to be up. If I'm up at 3, you have to be up at 2.
Yep.
Damn.
You could paint.
Yeah.
You could just do
leave the house.
something at 2:00 in the morning. Okay.
That's funny.
Volunteer at 2 in the morning. I don't care. Just do something.
Yep. All right. That's funny. All right. Anyways, guys, go check it out. We'll link to that video down below that we were talking about, and we'll see you on the next episode. Peace.